Farmer Sam has some apples and oranges in his crate. Do I know how many or do I not know? Do I know? I don't know. Now, sentence number 1 says that if he adds what? What happens? If he adds 20 apples into the crate, the percentage of apples in the crate becomes 40%. Okay, fix your eyes on situation 1 first. Adding how many? 20?
20 apples.
Am I making sense or not making sense? Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, so that is the first thing that you want to do. And what happens to the crate? The crate becomes how many percent? 40%. Why is 40%? We always change that to 40 over 100. Then we go 4 is to 10. Agree or disagree? We get to 2 is to 5. Is this something that you all can understand or cannot understand? Confirm, huh? Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is only for apples. Am I making sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, so what we are going to do is, we're going to draw a table. We're going to draw a table. All right, what I have is for apples, right? We have our before. True? All right, our change. And then finally our after. True? Okay, what do I have first? Do I know how many I have or I don't know? I have no idea. All right, and then what happens is that I'm going to split this up into apples and oranges. Apples and oranges, okay? All right, what is left? You can tell me what is left? Anyone can tell me what is left? Very good. So what does that mean to you? Yeah, if he adds 20, when he adds 20, right, what happens is that this becomes 2 units, correct or not? Then my pair, yeah, sorry, not pair, why I put pair? Oranges, Did I add any oranges? No, right? So if that is 40%, then this has to be 3 units, right? True, 60%, right? Any changes over here? Correct, but can you say 3 units or cannot? Can, not an issue. Over here will be 2 units minus 20. Okay, this is if I were to do situation number 1. Can you all understand or don't understand? Okay. Well, let's move on to the second part. Sentence number 2. All right. Sentence number 2 says, can you all read for me? What? Okay. Do I move on? Can I move on? All right. Sentence number 2. What happens? If he adds how many? 13 oranges. What happens? What happens when he adds 30 oranges? Correct. So I never add any. Did I add any apples? No, I didn't. All right. So if this is situation number 2, I cannot use units anymore. I have to use
Parts.
Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, I will have apples over here. I will have oranges over here. Okay, what happens is that we are going to have our before change after. Am I making sense or not making sense? Do you agree? Sorry, say again. Okay, so what are we going to add first? We're going to add this, right? So 70% becomes 70 over 100. Do you all agree or disagree? 7 over 10. So 7 parts of fruits for orange. Do you understand or don't understand? So this becomes 3 parts, right? Did I add any oranges or never? Never. So that means I have to go backwards and this is 3 parts, correct? This is 7 parts plus 30.
Minus 30.
Very good. Why is it that I have to minus 30? Very simply because I am working backwards. So what I want to do right now is obviously say that my apples, this 2 units minus 20 is actually equals to this 3 parts. So you watch, 2 units minus 20 is equals to 3 parts. You all agree or disagree? Okay, then the second one is, I'm going to circle the ones in green. So purple with purple, okay, green with green, can? Okay, we say 3 units is equals to 7 part minus 30. Agree so far? All right, the 13 bring over. You go 3 units plus 30 is equals to 7 parts. Am I making sense here or not? Am I making sense here or not making sense? 2 units minus 20 is equals to 3 parts. Okay, what is your job? Your job is to always make the parts the same. So what you want to do, of course, now you have to make the denominator, what am I saying? Make the parts the same. Am I making sense? Okay, okay. All right, times 7, you times 7 over here, you times 7 over here, you times 3 over here, you times 3 over here, you times 3 over here. Make sense? Okay, so then of course we write out whatever that is new. Let's write out whatever that is new. 14 units minus away 140 is equals to 21 parts. Make sense? 9 units plus 90 is equals to 21 parts. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so what you want to do is, of course, sorry, plus 90, correct? Yeah, equals to, yeah, right? So you watch this, okay. I'm going to rewrite over here because I am afraid that you all can't see because of the words. I'm going to rewrite over here. Okay, can you all see? 14 units. Okay, I rewrite over here. 9 units plus 90 is equals to 21 parts. Now, but you got to listen to me for this part, okay? There is an issue here, which is something that you all will learn eventually in secondary 1, okay? Watch, 14 units minus 9 units, how much is that? 5 units, very good. But it is this part that maybe is the reason why you couldn't get the answer. Listen up very carefully. It's minus 140 minus 90. It's not minus 140 plus 90 because there is another minus over here. Can you all see it? So it's okay. I highlight for you to see. It's minus 140. Can you all see minus 140? Minus away positive 90. Are you all understanding or not understanding? Okay. All right. So what do you get? Actually, you don't even need to do this. You know why? Do you know why you don't even need to do this? Because if both are equals to 21 parts, we can just put them side by side. We don't even have to do this. Sorry about that. We don't even have to do this, okay? Right? Because if both are equals to 21 parts, all I need to do, listen up very carefully. Listen up very carefully. I just have to say 14 units minus 140 is equals to 9 units plus 90. You all agree so far? All right, you bring this over. 14 units minus 9 units is equals to 90 plus 140. Understand or don't understand? Understand or don't understand? Okay, so 5 units is actually equals to 90 plus 140 is 230. Agree so far or disagree? 1 unit is 46. Alright? Okay. Our job now is to find how many apples does Farmer Sam have in the crate. Okay, of course you go by the units. Agree so far? Alright, so you're going to continue from here. You're going to fix your eyes on this part. Okay, I'm going to find this one because they want apples at first. Apples at 71st. Okay, so 2 units first. 2 units is 92. 92 minus away 20. That is the reason why my answer for this question has to be 72. Now, question 45. Now, we're going to move on to question number 45. And I need everyone, I've said it today, when you're in a group class, please follow. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Follow me as I am going through, okay? All right, I'm talking about question number 45, okay? All right, okay, I'm talking about question number 45. Now, let's talk about the first part. Again, is 45 S1, S2? Definitely, all right? Why is it 45 S1, S2? You can see over here. Sentence number 1, okay? If Sharifah sells 6 bottles of cookies per day, and Diana sells 3 bottles of cookies per day, what happens is that, so that is your situation 1, correct or not? So we are going to have this written out first, okay? We're going to say that in my situation 1, okay, what we're going to do is that for Sharifah, she's left with 800 cookies. Okay, you follow us, huh? Okay, she's left with 800 cookies. Okay. Well, what is the, maybe I just write S1 over here, okay? What is the ratio that we talk about over here? We have S is to D in this ratio, right? 6 is to 3. Can you understand or don't understand? All right, why is it 6 is to 3? Because over here they say sell 6 bottles of cookies per day. And Diana sells 3 bottles of cookies per day. Do you understand or don't understand? Okay, so that's the first part. Okay, that's the first part. That is your first part. Okay. You can simplify this, all right? When you simplify, what happens is that you get 3, 6, right? So it's 2 is to 1. And, all right, you can simplify this, get to 2 is to 1. Okay, so we don't know how many days, right? We don't know how many days did this person sell the cookies at the Hari Raya Bazaar. But what we know for sure is that they sell 6 bottles of cookies per day. So if I know it's 10 days, I just do 6 times 10. But because I don't know how many days, so that's the reason why I can just put in ratio. Can? Right, ratio is also a good representation of what they are trying to tell us. Can? Guys, I'm not saying that they sell 6, they definitely sell more than that. Okay, but it is all in multiples of 6. For Sharifah, for Diana, it is all in multiples of 3. Okay, can I get you to read sentence number 2 for me? Sentence number 2. Okay, Eve.
If Sharifah sells 3 bottles of cookies per day and Diana sells 6 bottles of cookies
per day, Sharifah will have 1,700 cookies left. So situation 2 is, sorry. Yeah, so situation 2 is that Sharifah, now she has 1,700 cookies. All right, okay. Make sense or don't make sense? And then what I will have is S is to D. Can you understand, Carl?
Yeah.
All right, we will have 3. Again, I don't know how many days, so I'll have 3 is to 6, right? Then we get over here, 1 is to 2. Am I making sense or not making sense?
Just the same.
Yeah, which one has to be the same? Who has to be the same? Who has to be the same?
S2 is just reverse.
Sorry?
S2 is just reverse.
What is inverse? Oh, inverse. Yeah, reverse. Okay. There's one thing that one person has to be made the same. Is that no? Who is this person? Diana. Understand or don't understand? Why? Why is it that Diana has to be made the same?
In the end, she has 0.
0. Absolutely. Because in the end she has
0.
0. Am I making sense? So my job now really is to times 2 here and I times 2 here. Correct now? And what do I get? I'll get to 4 is to 2. Let me say this again. Diana should be the same for both S1 and S2. Am I making sense or not making sense? Yeah, okay. So you can see all of this, right? Can see all of this or cannot see all of this? All right, so from here itself, you can see something, right? Why is there a drop for Sharifah? Why is it in situation 1 there's 4 units? Situation 2 is 1 unit. There's a drop of how many units? 3 units. What do you think caused that 3 units? What do you think caused that 3 units? That 3 units is the difference between which one and which one? This 800 and 1700. Am I making sense? Make sense or don't make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So in that situation, we're going to have 3 units. It's basically 1700 minus 800. 3 units is actually equals to how much? 900. So we always want to get to our 1 unit, which is 300 first. Am I making sense? Okay. So the question says, how many bottles did Sharifah bake if there were 50 cookies in each bottle? Okay, very simple. So we just have to find, this cookies is 300 cookies, right? Can we find Sharifah's cookies? 4 units, which is 1200 cookies. Agree or disagree? Then 1200 cookies, you remember to add back the 800 that was left, okay? So Sharifah, she actually baked 1200 plus 800, which is actually equals to 2000 cookies.
But we're like finding
We're trying to find how many bottles, right?
Yeah.
So 1 bottle there's 50. Sure enough. If
Sure.
1 bottle there's 50, what happens is that
Five.
we are going to do 2000 divided by 50. We get to an answer of 40 boxes. So this person, Sharifah, baked 40 boxes in total. Now, Oni, he set for a science quiz. Okay, there were a total of how many questions? 30 questions. Now, from here itself, it's very obvious to you already, right? That this is an assumption question. Okay, we are going to use the assumption at 8 dot to help us to solve this question. Okay, how many questions were there in total? 30. Okay, if he answers it correctly, what happens? 3 marks were awarded. Yay! Ching! Or if you say ching ching. If he answered incorrectly, then I have to minus 2.
Damn.
Yeah, dang. Okay. All right. If he left it
That's what they
empty,
said.
yeah. If
That's
he,
what they said that when I got disqualified. What in the
Yeah.
this trial and then
I see. Now, if you leave the question blank, I will minus 1. Can? Okay, fair or not? Well, that is not up to us to say. Okay. Now, so what we want to do now is, of course, to read the next part, which is over here. If Tony did not answer 4 questions, oh, so how many questions did he answer?
He answered.
Questions
26,
answered?
26.
26, very good. We always have to remove away the 4. We always have to remove away the 4. Okay, I see. Now, so what we are going to do is we are going to obviously do assumption. Is that okay? Yes or no? Can we do assumption?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we do assumption? What are we going to assume first? I'm going to assume
All answer.
that all 26 questions are answered what?
Wrongly.
How can you answer everything wrongly? You have to think about it logically. You answer everything wrongly, how can you even have 34th mark? Cannot, right? So you must answer everything what? Correctly. Okay, guys. So what I want to say here, right, is this, okay? The part when Tony never answered the 4 questions, right, is basically what they meant by left blank. Am I making sense? So Tony could have scored how much? Way more, right? So 26 times 3 is equals to 78, right? This is something that you already have, This is something that you already have, This 34 to this 34. So you have to do 34 plus 4, which is equals to 38. So 78 minus 38, that gives me how much? 40. The difference, you must have. So D stands for the difference, right? If I draw like that, 3 marks is over here, right? What is the difference between -2 and 3? You get to 0 first. From here to here is already plus 2, right? Right now, then from here to here is plus 3, right? Can you all see the difference is in total how much? 5. Am I making sense? So it's 3 minus -2, which is actually equals to 5. Again, guys, you all must write down 5 marks. You all must write down 5 marks. Okay, remember, you must write down 5 marks. And then after that, you want to move on to the next one, which is O. O stands for opposite. O stands for opposite. So how do I do opposite? Very simple. I just have to do E over D. Am I making sense? All right, 40 divided by 5, that gives me how much? 8. 8 what? 8 questions. What 8 questions what? Wrongly answered. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, 8 questions wrongly answered. Okay, 8 questions wrongly answered. Okay, so that's basically how you would do this question. Okay, now last but not least, you want to check, of course, right now. Okay, so remember I have 30 questions. You all remember I have 30 questions now? All right. So if 8 questions are wrongly answered, let me just write down over here. 8 questions are wrongly answered. Okay, how many questions I leave blank? You remember? 4 questions left blank, right? Agree or disagree? Okay, so if 4 questions left blank, then how many really, really, truly answered and is correct? How many questions are answered and is correct? As you can see over here, it has to be 30 minus 8 minus 4. That gives me how much? 18. Very good. So therefore, over here, how many questions are answered correctly? 18 questions, and therefore your answer for this question has to be 18. Come, let's talk about the next question. Helena, how much more then? Very good. So this is a BNA. Agree so far? Alright, is it BNA up, down, left, right? Up, for sure. Agree or disagree? Okay, this is definitely up. Okay, this is definitely up. Alright? Okay, this is definitely up. Now, he had how much more than Jacob? He had how much more than Jacob? 50, yeah? So what we want to do is, we want to have Helena over here. Jacob is over here. Okay, we draw our before and after table first. We draw our before and after table first. Okay, alright. So right now what we are going to do is we are going to see whether if we can do something to it. Alright. Okay. Okay. We will just basically say that Helena is how many 1 unit plus 50. Do you agree or disagree? Jacob is 1 unit. Can? Then we continue from here. Sentence number 2. Helena gave 2/5 of what she had to who? To Jacob. Oh, this is not up. This is rainbow. Are you understanding or not understanding? Okay. So Helena gave 2/5, right? Of what she had. She had how much? 1 unit plus 50. Very good. So we are 2/5 times 1 unit plus 50. J loves to make it all into the multiples of the denominator. That is perfectly okay. Alright, so then you expand this. You get 2/5 units plus how much? 2/5 times 50. How much is that? Very good, $20. And this goes to who? This minus, right? This goes where? Goes to my dear Jacob. Understand or don't understand? Understand or don't understand? Okay. Alright, alright. Okay. So that is sentence number 2. Sentence number 3. Jacob then gave 0.2. 0.2, just put 2/10. Can? Of what she had to. Okay, so before I go on, right, I just want to write after 1 first. Can? Is that okay? I'll have 3/5 units over here plus $30. You all agree or disagree? And this 3/5 units plus $20. Is this something that you can understand or you don't understand? Okay. Change 2. Can I go to change number 2?
Yes.
Now, Jacob then gave what? 2/10 of what she had to Helena, right? So Jacob gave 2/10, right? Make sense?
Jacob after number 1, 1, 2, 5.
Oh yeah. This one is to add, I apologize. This is where you add. Agree? 1/5 unit plus. So Jacob then gave. So Jacob received already. Then Jacob say, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna give 2/10 times 1/5 units plus 20. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, you want to expand this part. You expand this part first. You want to expand this part first. 2/10 times 1/2/5. You get to 7/25 units plus 2/10 times 20, which is plus 4. Okay, understand or don't understand? And this goes to who? This goes to Helena. Agree so far? Are you with me? Well, what I want to do next, of course, okay, what I want to do next right now is to write my change number 3. Correct now? So over here, I'm going to have, sorry, what change number 3? I apologize. After number 2. Correct now? So no wonder he this well. Okay, this is 2. This is added, right? This is added here. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes.
Okay, it's added here. So what you do is, you want to add, remember guys, you must put the add sign over there, okay? If not, you're going to get so confused. 22/25 units, right? Plus $34. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, 1/2/5 minus 7/25, we get to 28/25 units. And then 20 minus 4, we get to $16. Is this something that you can understand? Okay.
So you made a mistake.
Why is that? What mistake is that? No, this is plus 4. This minus to show that Jacob is even. The 4 is wrong, is it? Let's check. 2/10 times 20 is 4. I'm correct. But because you increased it, you should have told me because you have already increased all the time. You understand? Okay, so now then when we look at the 4th sentence, right? What is the 4th sentence about? In the end, Jacob had how much more than Helena? $6? $6 what? More than Helena. Am I making sense or not making sense? Who has more? Jacob had, yeah, plus 6 to who? Give to the poor. Very good. Okay. So plus $34 plus $6 is equals to 28 over 25 units plus $16. You understand or don't understand? Okay, so 22 over 25 units plus this one is how much? $40, right? Is equals to 28 over 25 units plus $16. Okay, same family, sit together. Same family, sit together. So this come over to this side. Can? Is it okay? All right, 22 over 25 units. You got to be very careful. Minus away 28 over 25 units is equals to $16 minus away $40. Do you understand or don't understand? Negative 6 over 25 units is actually equals to 16 minus 40. That gives me minus $24. Now, what do you want to do? You want to cancel away the minus sign. Agree so far or don't agree? So we get to 1 over 25 units is actually equals to $4, right? But then 1 over 25 is not 1 unit. That is not my Mr. Greenman. I have to emphasize on this. 25 over 25 unit then is my Mr. Greenman, which is $100, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Helena have at first $150. Agree so far? So therefore, this is your answer for this question. Now, 1/4 of Ryan's money was equals to 1/3 of Gideon's money. So what I want to do again from here itself, we already know that this is equating numerators. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, this is definitely equating numerators. Okay, all right. So it's not so much of equating numerators, is it? Okay, we'll see. All right. Now, so what I want to do is, of course, I want to write down Ryan over here, and okay, and I'm going to write down Gideon over here. Okay, I will say 1/4. Hey, but when I say that they are equal, very nice, right? We know that Ryan has 4 units. We know that Gideon has how many units? 3 units. Okay. So now I understand why Mr. William say it's not so much of equating numerators, it's more of B&A. Yeah, so we are gonna draw our table. Alright, okay, we're gonna draw our table. Gideon over here, Ryan over here. Now we are gonna have our before here. For Gideon is 4 units, 3 units for. I apologize. Gideon is 3 units, 3 units, Ryan is 4 units. Am I making sense? Sentence number 2, Gideon then received $80. Okay, so we plus $80. Okay. Plus $80. Agree so far? And then we are going to spend $206. Sentence number 3, in the end, Ryan then had how much what? 205, as much money left as Gideon. That means to say Ryan is how many part? 2 part. Alright, Gideon is how many part? 5 part. Am I making sense? Well, from here itself, you can see already, right? That 3 units plus $50 is actually equals to how many parts? I apologize, $80 is actually equals to 5 parts. Agree so far? 4 units minus away $206 equals to make parts the
Gideon originally
okay.
had 3 units and teacher Ryan originally had 4 units.
Alright, 6 units plus $160 is equals to 10 parts. 20 units, alright, minus 1030 is equals to 10 parts or so. Do you understand? Okay, what I want to do right now is to say that 6 units plus 160 is equals to 20 units minus 1030. Can you understand or don't understand? Same family, sit together. Alright, so 6 units minus 20 units is equals to minus 1030 minus away 160. Okay, over here is minus 14 units is equals to minus 1030 minus 160. That gives me minus 1190. Okay, minus 1190. Remember to always cancel away the minus. Are you with me, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, are you on the same page as me?
Okay.
So what you want to do right now is to find your Mr. Greenman, which is 1 unit, which is actually equals to 85. Agree so far? Alright, let's read the question. How much money did Ryan have at first? We just have to find how many units? 4 units, right? So when we find 4 units, we'll get to an answer of $340. Gideon have in the end 5 parts. So A is done. Well, what I want to do is I want to do B. I want to go B. Alright, how much money did Gideon have in the end? Find 3 units first. 85 times 3. Okay, 85 times 3, we get to an answer of 255. And then after that, from 255, we have to remember to add the 80. And we get to an answer of 335. And therefore, that is my answer for part B. Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video, or you can view our playlist here.